Well. I'm back, and the old shitty mics are back as well. And
Hello.
Berto.
Every day I wake up and I hope you atrophy.
We're gonna go hit a leg day. Berto's first ever leg day in his life. I have to redefine where baseline is for my training intensity, volume, diet, everything. Because I feel like if I try and go too far, which I tend to do, I'm a very all or nothing person. I'll probably end up overdoing it and getting sicker. So I've been trying to be super, super careful, but at the same time, not as careful as I maybe should be. I'm sure if you showed my training footage to a doctor and you were like, "Is this okay?" They'd be like, "What the fuck is he doing? This is not allowed." But, since when has the government been able to control me? This whole thing has given me a maybe much needed opportunity to put things into perspective. Like before it was like I love training, and now it's like I love training still and I've missed it so much, but I think I also love bodybuilding. I think I love it. I think I missed it, and not being able to do it was difficult, and I think that I want to pursue it. And whether that means actually ever get on stage one day, which again we've had debates on whether or not I agree with the pageantry of bodybuilding and if I think it's what I want to do, or it's just exemplifying it the best I can in unison with my values and then sharing it. I want to pursue it. I love it. And anything that I love, I hate the idea of not being the best at it. I think they call that a superiority complex, or little bro syndrome, or Napoleon Bonaparte syndrome, or I'm just a pussy syndrome. I think probably that. I want to be the best. And the idea that I have to take extra rest days, the idea that I can't train exactly as hard as I want to, it fucking tortures me. My time away from the gym made me realize that it is actually that deep, And as much as I've taken time in my videos to be it's still really important to be a good man and a good person, and you need to try and master all these things as well. None of that, I think, almost in a dysfunctional way, is as immediately important to me as bodybuilding. Everything else is important after I get to secure the importance of training, it's just, at first it was just something to do, and then it was an obsessive idea that I could get bigger and not be insecure anymore. And then it was a translation of virtue and representation of that virtue physically. And without that in my life, it's so much less. And I recently discovered the significance of that idea from having to take so much time away from the gym. And now I am 100% certain I want to be the best. I want to go all the way. I don't know how that's going to look like. I don't know what I can do to get there, but I want it. And I want to work toward it. I want to dial in and specify conditions in my life to be the best I can. And I won't fundamentally be satisfied until I am the greatest to ever do it. And that's not you just want attention. This is genuinely how I feel. Whenever I have the idea to pursue anything, it is only riding on the condition that I can be the greatest at it. It's not this is something I can do. It's this is something that I can get so absurdly great at that I can exemplify virtue through presenting it. And bodybuilding will never take other things away from my life, aspects. It'll never take away from my relationships, and with family or anything else like that. I hope, and I want to genuinely do my best to make sure of that. But I still want to give everything I can into it, and I just don't know what that looks like yet. I still have so much undirected ambition. The second I catch on that gear, I'm gonna fucking go the distance. And that's not to say that I think I'm better than anybody else, but I am significantly confident in my want to be good at things. So today, we're going to give everything we can into every single set, and then we're going to have a bomb-ass sleep tonight. And then we're going to make sure that we have nothing to worry about in terms of recovery. And then I'm going to try and do it again the next day or the day after, whenever I can. And we're going to slowly start integrating this into a regular, completely dialed in fucking schedule again. And I'm going to become the greatest to ever do it. And if it can't be of all time, it'll be the greatest to ever do it the way I'm doing it. I hope it will. And that's the significance of the importance of this to me. It's not just like a thing to do. It's a thing to always pursue until I'm the most championed person, which is rooted a little bit in pride, I think. But it's not like as much as like I want to be compared and represented amongst all of these greats. Like I wouldn't care if I was never put on a list with Chris Bumstead, but I want to be known for what I'm doing because of my passion for it, you know? And I know that like I make some unserious stuff on TikTok, but like the bread and butter of what made me fall in love with like skits and comedy is also a love for fitness again. You know, at the root of everything on the planet, there's strength training. I don't know if the mic, I don't know if the audio was good or not, because I think mine died. So if you heard anything, it was from his to mine, which probably did. We'll see. But it doesn't matter. Bottom line is, I know a lot of people are like, oh, I want this shit. But like, I really do want this shit. It's just undefined right now. So many people are like, oh, I want to be a fucking doctor, astronaut, pre-med, fucking, even influencer, you know? None of that shit was ever defined. It was never on my radar, you know? It was just like, whatever I'm doing right now, I want to try and do it the best I possibly can. And it's like slowly getting more sharpened, the view of things. Like, you know, maybe I will be a bodybuilder, or, you know, maybe I'll be able to monetize things that I post on the internet. But right now, I just want to like represent myself honestly, enjoy it, and continue to pursue the passion that I have for physical hard work. I love fucking training hard. So we're going to do that today. We're going to have a great session. I'm going to pop a nicotine pouch if my headache starts to get worse. And we're going to have some crazy lifts today. Okay? Every time I'm here, I just get taken back to like what it all was about, you know? Just being phenomenal. And now that there's some people who are actually familiar with me, I want everyone to understand that like thinking for yourself and understanding that your ambitions can actually be created into something. It's not just like an idea of where you can go in life. It's like something you can take action toward and then do something. I don't even understand that to the full extent yet. That's why my ambitions are still undefined. But I'm telling you, the second that the fucking hitch catches on the fucking gear, I am going to go the distance. It's just a matter of patience. I'm not going to try and rush into anything that I don't necessarily want to solidify myself in. But right now, I love bodybuilding, I love training, and I fucking hope I go the distance. Because there are so many crossovers between like bodybuilding and like real male virtue and like being a fucking good person that I think people miss in the pursuit of it. And they just turn it into like this materialistic bullshit that doesn't actually matter. But in reality, so many of the aspects of bodybuilding are reminiscent of like, it's like a mirror image of good traits that you need to be a good person and a good man. Ultimately a good man, I believe. So, I mean, shit, man, if I can dial in, if I ever do a prep, I need a lot of muscle on my frame first. Let's be honest. We gotta get pretty big here. Okay? But at least, if nothing else, it's something to roughly strive toward. And maybe I'm wrong. You know, I'm not so prideful I'm going to sit here and be like, this is all that there ever is. No, because maybe along the way I'll find out that, you know, it was in the pursuit of something else, something better. But right now, it's a big one, you know? We're not necessarily equipped to start pushing a lot of weight on like the leg press or a straight leg deadlift yet, just because I feel like I haven't taken the time necessary to build back into the movements. I just want to be careful.
Don't fucking touch it. Fuck.
Fuck. One more. More. Come on. Fuck out. It's your sternoclavicular joint. Right there. All you're doing is you're humping the air. Okay? I'm being serious. Stop laughing. There's no laughing matter. Okay? Yeah?
Good practice.
Okay, imagine you're trying to slingshot your nuts off of your body, okay? You don't want them anymore.
Time to hump the air.
Thrusting young boys near you. Click here. Okay, dude, chill. Come up and then push the handles forward. Yeah, there you go. Okay, can you control it though? Why are you being
This
so
feels
sus?
This feels so goofy.
Why are you being so weird? One more. You're going so deep.
Imagine Latino women while doing it.
What?
Nothing.
What'd you say? I'm gonna be able to watch this back and hear what you said, by the way. Can't hide.
Damn it! I don't really care.
Did you say something? Well, that's like half the weight that I would ideally do in my prime, but it's still fine, you know?
He's off his humping game.
What is wrong with you?
Flex those legs.
All right, the gym session.
Jim was Jimmy.
Jim done been gymmed on. Me when I gym all over the place. The way you gym all over.
He was humping in the gym.
Okay, you can't say that. We're related. It's weird.
Not me, of course.
No, purely nothing strange goes on between us. Purely sexual. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys know, but we, as in me, we're using my mom's car because one broke down. My car broken.
God broke.
I just felt like breaking. That's what my car said. And I was like, nearly breaking. And it just happened. Raf, put your seatbelt on. Damn you, Jeremiah. If there's someone watching Jeremiah. Wait, is there someone named watching? If there's someone watching named Jeremiah, he's going to flip. He's going to literally do a flip. Or I'll find him and I'll hunt him down and sell him on Etsy. Oh! Goodness gracious me. Okay, I think that's better.
He's
If we
little
get into a car accident, I blame...
Jews.
Okay, you can't say that. You can't say. Session was good. It was mid. Did not have bumbleclad lots of energy today. We're still easing back into things. I keep deluding myself into thinking that like, oh, you know, I should have been able to push harder. But like, bro, after every set, my head was screaming. And, you know, normally screaming head is a good thing unless it's to your Catholic priest. But
It happened one time!
I'm trying to like do like a recomp. So calories are down. Expenditure is up. I've been walking more, but I just look flat as fuck. And I still need to build back the muscle I lost. So I just look like this fat little Amish boy. Flat, not fat, flat. Looks like I've never touched a gym before in my life. And it's really, really disheartening. You know? So we're going to lean out a little bit. We're going to pack on some fucking serious size. And then when we go back to Houston, GNF's going to be like, oh my gosh, Raf, who are you? You look like a humongous person that's so much larger and more muscular. And please, I'll leave my wife for you, Raf. That's what he's going to talk about. That's what we're saying. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, but other than that, dude, rate the session? Turn the camera to you. What do you think?
I don't know, I've been to the gym like 4 times.
Well, was it the worst thing ever?
No, it was actually kind of fun.
Would you come back?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. So maybe little Benny Hamas. That's your name. Benny Hamas.
Can I be Baxter?
No. You can't
Damn.
steal Baxter's name.
Damn it.
You also can't dox Baxter. You're lucky his name isn't Baxter. Raph, why do you keep referencing the dog from Anchorman? What are you, a fucking Fed?
Because he's
Mr. CIA?
highly attractive.
All right. We can talk about what you get up to in your free time with your dog another time. Anyways. Yeah, so it wasn't a bad session. I was kind of like a little bit in my own head at the start just because like I didn't feel great. But that's just how these days have been going. I seldom, oh, Raph, big words, yes. I seldom have a day where I'm like, I feel good. And I probably shouldn't be training probably stay on the side of the road I'm at. I probably shouldn't be training at the intensity I'm training at whilst recovering from shingle bilingles. But here we are. It was a good day, you know? I really can't complain. I've gone to have a bumbleclad double twice as productive day tomorrow. We're going to dial in, guys. We're so dialed in. We're dialed in on the YouTube. We're dialed in on the TikTok. We're dialed in on the walking the steps. We're going to get lean as hell. We're going to pray lots. We're going to maybe I'll touch myself a little bit. I'm not going to do that, you know?
Casually jerks off.
Why are you so weird? It would never be casual. That was what an odd thing to say. I will say though, I haven't seen my girlfriend in like 2 weeks. Whoa, that sounds weird in that context. No, wait a minute.
Switch from jerking off.
Whoa! All I'm saying is, she's a lovely woman and I miss her. Can I not do that? She's been caught up. She's been busy with finals, and she's a kinesiologist student. My wife's a doctor. What about it, pussy? But yeah, maybe I miss her a little bit. Is that such a bad thing? Such a weird thing to say?
Right after
I
talking about
thought we were
jerking
talking
off,
about
yeah.
jerking off before. I didn't design the conversation. This isn't a script. But yeah, no. I mean, the big reason as to why the YouTube grind is difficult is because I'm gonna be honest, not that relevant right now. Not that many people want to watch my videos, and then every now and then someone comments on my TikTok when I don't upload to YouTube, and they're like, "Hey, Raf, you need to start uploading to YouTube again." And I'm like, "Okay, well, shit. There's like 3 people who want to watch a video." But it always comes back to like that false pride where it's like, I am not special. Why do people want this? You know? And then I kind of like get in my own head a little bit. But the goal is here, Mr. Clarky Bateman made a video, I think recently. I saw it while I was pooping. He made a video saying that, you know, because he is so upfront with like his struggles and his emotional issues and all this stuff, like it feels like he has nothing to be insecure about. And I feel like that's the key to life. Like, be so upfront with people, keep your heart on your sleeve, be kind, and there's nothing to like be in your own head about, because everyone already knows all your dirty laundry, you know, in terms of like your struggles, and you have nothing to hide. You're allowed to have bad days, you know, but you try to make the most out of every day, make the worst days a good, fulfilling day. But when you have a bad day, that's just what it is. You know, you have a bad day and no one's waiting on you. You know, you don't feel like you have to like maintain this comical image that you see. It's so common online for people to like paint themselves a certain way and then try to maintain it. Like, it was this, I think it was like Vicstar. He used to do Fortnite videos. I fucking hated him. He was always so irritating to me. And then he talked recently about a condition that he has and how hard it is to function in a part of like this YouTube collaborating group when their whole thing was like being around each other, telling jokes, making each other laugh, and being in a good mood, when he's constantly undergoing struggles. It's like you feel like two-faced. And I don't want to ever feel like, because there's a difference between being honest and making the most out of your days and then lying and putting on this mask that you're always having fun. Because life isn't always fun. That's the reality. That's nature, okay? Sometimes it's going to be grueling and difficult and challenging, but on the other side of those challenges, there's the beauty of growth. And if you're honest with that, you don't have to put on a mask of like, oh, I'm always happy. You still have to treat people well, something I need to get better at. But yeah, like, I'm much more secure in myself since like I made this playlist on TikTok where it's like, look a little bit closer, and it's just like me pouring out my thoughts into a long ass caption on a video that doesn't really matter, you know? And it's like, okay, like, I'm not, you know, there's no two-faced nature that people tend to have on social media, even if it's not like a bad thing necessarily, where it's like they're trying to actually deceive you. They are, you know, they're trying to hide themselves to a degree, because a lot of people aren't secure enough to present themselves honestly, and my goal is to continue to do that ultimately, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna get better at locking in on YouTube, because that's what it's gonna be. I'm just gonna be lifting and then talking, pouring out my heart and mind, and you know, if I'm really lucky, God willing, it might help somebody somewhere. But yeah, that's what it's all about. And I needed to talk about this. When I fail myself, I am failing all the others that could benefit from the example of the success in my hard work, or the failure. Like, in the nature of working hard and learning how to do that, there's this beautiful thing you can do where you can share it with the world and reassure people that even though I felt like a bum, I felt like a piece of shit, I felt like I'm not capable and not useful, I am still able and willing to work hard and achieve things. And if I don't present that and represent it honestly, then not only am I letting myself down, but I'm letting the weak people in the world down who need to know that it's not hopeless. And I think that's something I need to constantly kind of reassure myself about, because it's not about me, right? Obviously, I want to represent myself honestly, but it's not about me. It's about just that, representing good. And I literally talked about this in my last YouTube video, but when I am failing myself, I am failing everyone around me, because I am not meeting the expectations I make for myself to be the best guide to greatness. And that's really what I want to be. Because at the end of the day, bodybuilding doesn't matter. It doesn't, but the action of fortitude and hard work and labor, intense labor under this fucking despair and heartbreak and struggle that life can be sometimes, and the perseverance there in it, that's what people need to see. And it's not apparent. Everyone just sees the high notes of these fucking retarded social media examples of people who just seem like they just made it out of nowhere. But a lot of what happens is it was grueling hard work for a long period of time. And I'm not saying my life is hard. I'm not saying it's difficult to train. Everything about my life is easy right now. I'm struggling because of my own physical weakness and recovering from struggle, right? But I need people to understand how easy it is just to live and pursue what you want out of life. Because what's the alternative? Just like waste your time away and do fucking nothing? Wait for your years to catch up to you, look back on life and be like, wow, I didn't pursue anything. And it's not about you. It's about ridding people of the opportunity to see the example of wisdom that you can achieve from trying and failing and then succeeding or failing more. So you are less to everyone around you when you don't try. If I can lock that thought in and keep it and maintain it as a constant in my consciousness, I don't think there's anything that I would want to do that I can't do. The unfortunate thing, because of recent scenarios, for better or worse, I'm down on my luck. And I'm probably, for a short period of time, going to have to work a lot more, or even go back to working full time and rack up some cash so that I can continue to pursue what I want to. And for that short period of time, it's going to be difficult being a little bit more distant from what I want to pursue. But that's what life is about. Persevering through hardship to get to not an easier life, but a more purpose-infused life, where you're not just chasing time on a clock filled with fluff and purposeless labor that you won't give any actual credit to. But if you can give credit to every single action, whether it's your breath, whether it's your meals, whether it's your day job, and then go home and continue to do that with your family and your loved ones and your friends and then your hobbies, then life is infused with this beautiful sense of purpose. But if you wait until you get past it, you're just like, well, once I'm done this summer job, I can do this and it'll be so much better. But now you have weeks, days, months where it's just blurred memory that has no meaning in your life because you weren't looking for a sense of purpose in the thing you were doing as a means to an end even. Bottom line is, if you're the right kind of person, 100% have the responsibility to be the best you can as an example to others of what that can look like. There's kids walking around town everywhere you go. Any country, any city, any time of day, there's kids walking around without a good representation of hard work, of fatherhood, of fortitude. And if you can do that openly and honestly while still being kind, bro, you got to. Because the world needs it. It's not just like this would be a good thing to do. The world needs to see more of that. So chase it through whatever you can. And one day, God willing, something might click a little bit where it's like, that is it. I'm right where I'm meant to be if I can just stay strong and steadfast and work. That's all I need. Berto, hand the camera to you. Berto went on a work experience excursion this summer. Fall? Summer.
Summer-ish.
Yeah. He spent, 4 months?
Yeah, 3.
3 months in a part of the country that he's never been in, working his ass off for long ass days with way too little sleep, awful nutrition, not great company, but he did it for the sole purpose of learning to work hard and gaining experience and wisdom in life and a little bit of money along the way too. And I guarantee you the actual act of doing that and trying is worth so much more than just falling into something minutely comfortable and hoping that something comes out of it. Chase extraordinary. And I need to as well. And I'm failing at it every single day in the pursuit of just this numb fluff time in the day of just kind of feeling good, scrolling or chatting with meaningless people. Like, you know, it is okay. It's great to be kind to yourself and give yourself the time and the benefit of the doubt, you know, and be patient. But that doesn't mean excuse yourself away from, you know, where you should be. Because everyone has somewhere that they need to be working toward. And if you're not generally working hard, trying to get to where you don't know you're supposed to be yet, I mean, you're not going to get there. Like, if you expect everything to fall into your lap, like I've had probably at this point, from the time I was 13, 7 to 10 different jobs that I didn't care for. It was just a means to make money, work hard, and see maybe if that's the direction I was supposed to go in life. And every time there was this awful sensation knowing that that's just not where I'm meant to be. Holy shit. First time driving? And yeah, you know, sometimes that's just your mental struggle and you don't necessarily need to give it that much credit. But if you trust yourself and your ambitions, then follow that. Work hard when you're meant to be. And then find something else. But, you know, there's also something to be said that you shouldn't just, you know, spend your life pursuing the perfect thing and definitely find purpose in something that you're unsure about. Because like if you're looking for the perfect woman your whole life, you'll miss the best parts of the women that maybe have some problems, but you have similar goals and futures and aspirations and values. And if you're looking for perfection, you'll let yourself down and you'll miss out on the best people. The same way, if you're constantly looking for perfection, the same way, like I have doubts in the industry I'm in right now. You know, constantly I'm like, is the gym really for me? Is that where I'm supposed to like really dial in and pursue? I have a decent, like, I'm comedically competent. You know, I know I can make people laugh if I try, or sometimes just organically. Should I pursue that more? And it's like, dude, just stop right where you're at. Work hard now, and if you get the opportunity to pursue something else that you think you will find more meaning in, then do that. But you know, if you're constantly jumping from lily pad to lily pad, like how long until you burn out and you will find purpose in nothing? Anyways, that's a really long-winded way of saying I'm not really sure what. But I tend to go on tangents that I don't really understand the purpose to. And without a second voice to like kind of continue to steer me in the right direction, my thoughts just go out like diarrhea, you know? But that is, if anybody were to ask me, Raph, what is the meaning of life? It's to look for purpose in everything you do, every little action, you know? And I think the purpose that we all share is doing things well, you know? Doing things well, because for better or worse, every little thing from brushing your teeth to wiping your ass to making your breakfast to helping with chores to visiting your family and talking to your mother and listening to her hardships, and, you know, being a good friend to your friend, all of that done well and lovingly is what you're missing in life. Realistically, if you're sad and in the dumps, you are not doing enough to try and treat others as best as you can. Because in that like perfect connection of treating people amazingly and trying to be personal and kind, that's everything. You know, you're never going to be like down in your dumps. And you'll find if you're having the worst day you possibly can, call up a friend and ask about his hardest problems and try to be there for him. And then in the process of talking through that struggle, you might even find a guiding light to help you through yours. But at the very least, you can be what you feel like is missing in your life to someone else. You know? Anyways, I think I do have a savior complex a little bit. I do want to try and help everybody if I can. Um, and you know, am I so stupid to think that maybe I can? Maybe if I pursue this, I have things to say that people don't hear. That the average person won't think about, because there is so much deeper purpose to life than people give it credit to. It's not just about meaningless feeling good and drowning out the noise so you can get out to the weekend. It's about doing good in everything you do. Being the example of strength that most young men miss because of poor parents, no parents, bad father, bad mother, bad leaders in their life.